What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Dallas Cowboys Clown Show. That's right, we are the Dallas Cowboys Clown Show. In fact, on a daily basis, I have a new um, playlist. What stupid thing did Stephen Jones do today? Well, here's what's funny, okay? The Dallas Cowboys, we have a receiver that's really, really good in Amari Cooper, and, well, we decide we can't win with that guy. This is how you know that this is truly personal. It's not business. This was personal. The Joneses have a vendetta against Amari Cooper for whatever reason. Because here's the thing. When they say we don't have money, okay, I want you to understand Matthew Stafford just got a 4-year, $160 million dollar extension with $135 million of it guaranteed. They were actually $176,000 over the cap. That's right. And they found a way to do this thing. We, of course, looked and say, well, Amari Cooper, man, we can't do nothing with that, right? So we trade him to the Browns and we get a fifth round pick. Understand that the Green Bay Packers had a free agent in Devontae Adams, and they franchise tagged him and created a first and a second for him. Okay, here's what the Cleveland Browns ended up doing. They restructured Amari Cooper's deal, okay? Amari Cooper's deal. They took his $20 million of his base salary, converted it into bonus money, added 2 voidable years to it, right? So I want you to understand something like this. I want you to listen to me very carefully. Right now, we are paying $6 million for Amari Cooper not to be on the team. The Cleveland Browns are only paying him $5 million this year. The Cleveland Browns are paying Amari Cooper less money to play for him than we are paying Amari Cooper not to play for us. And do you honestly think that the difference will be better for the Cowboys that we don't have Amari Cooper and we have a fifth round draft pick? I don't see how you can actually believe that one. And this is where, we get a little bit of candy. We got Dante Fowler, we got James Washington. Okay, we got some new free agents. But we have to understand that the Dallas Cowboys, they make mistakes like they're rich people. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'll just throw it away. I'll just get another one. But when you're broke ass like me, you have to understand that you can't waste money. You can't waste draft picks. That's why the Cowboys aren't winning. Other teams find ways to get the most out of their players. My wife's talking to Roland's Review. I guess they're having a funny conversation there. I guess I done messed up something or other. But here's the difference between how some organizations get better and other ones just get stuck in the spin cycle. We're just stuck in the spin cycle. And again, another big F up by Stephen Jones. And the more you hear these things, the more it really just drives you crazy. It literally drives you crazy. In fact, I think I'm going to go out. I'm going to do a live stream. I need to calm down because my blood pressure is literally boiling. That you're sitting here and you hear the Dallas Cowboys refuse to sign a Pro Bowl punter because he's too expensive. We don't keep Cedric Wilson because he costs too much money. And we get rid of Amari Cooper because his contract is too big. Yet other teams realize we can put some voidable years on there and we can kick the money down the road kind of like they did with Dak. But we're not forward thinking enough for that. We don't use all the tools that are available. This goes back to the reason. And I know what's going to happen, of course. You guys are going to go through and say, it's because we got a garbage-ass quarterback. Well, right now, we got 2 holes in the offensive line. Actually, might as well say 3 because Thomas Smith's only going to play half the season. We have lesser talent at wide receiver. Mainly because, let's face it, what they could have done, let's look at this. Let's think about this for a second. What the Cowboys actually could have done, they could have done the same thing that the Browns just did, had the $15 million that the Browns just created, could have re-signed Cedric Wilson and still had $8 million left. Instead, we get rid of Amari Cooper. Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. Forgot. I'm actually messing up. They could have done this and not had the $6 million that we have for dead money. So that's $6 million right there. So they could have restructured his deal and literally still had money to get Cedric Wilson. To do all those moves that they had yesterday, okay, let me be clear. They could have done everything that they did yesterday. Everything they did yesterday kept Cedric Wilson and Amari Cooper and still have the money that they have right now. Instead, we lose Cedric Wilson, we lose Amari Cooper, and we don't have any more money. Stephen Jones? Yeah. So, to reiterate that one more time, had we restructured Amari Cooper, we could have kept him. We could have kept Cedric Wilson. We could have made the moves that we made yesterday with the other money that we used from there. Still had the money, still had $26 million that we could have used. Well, we could have maybe made an offer for Von Miller, or we could do it for Bobby Wagner, or Zavarius Smith, or maybe a couple of offensive linemen. But this is Stephen Jones at his finest. Stephen Jones, who, we just got to cut people. No, we can't work with people. We can't take guys that are talented and figure out a way to make it work out. Let me give you a story here. In fact, let me remind you. See, the old Dallas Cowboys took a player who was a problem player, didn't get along with the organization that he was with. They ended up bringing him here to Dallas, where he had fallings out with Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson being the abrasive person that he is, that would be all in your face, get your asthmatic self over that field and cut you. But Charles and Jimmy found a way to coexist. Charles went to talk to Jimmy Johnson. Hey, Jimmy, I'll do anything you want me to do. Just don't embarrass me in front of everybody else. And with that, the Cowboys were winning Super Bowls. Instead of finding a way to work with players and to understand what makes them tick and makes them feel good about being there and wanting to give you their all, we just take massive losses. And this is a pattern that goes on. You can hear players when they leave the Cowboys, be it Cole Beasley or Jason Hatcher and things like that the culture is a problem. And instead of making the most of the players that you have, you just trash them. And when you trash them, you're just trashing value. All right. I'll see you.